Good afternoon, students. Welcome to the part 2 video of the preamble. So, in the previous video, I have told you about the nature of the state, it is sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, and republic. So, these are the five features of our country, of our state. Now, we'll be dealing with the rest part of the preamble, that is to secure all its citizens. To secure in what? Justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. So these are the five cardinal objectives of the state to secure. So India as a country or as a state has to secure all these cardinal objectives in order to admit itself or submit itself as a fully functional democratic state or a fully functional liberal democratic state. Unless we fulfill these objectives, we cannot claim ourselves a fully functional democratic setup. So these are the basic features that must be there, that must be present in the society in order to call it is a democratic country, it is a free country. So number one is justice. So we'll go with justice. It says absence of socially privileged classes. Article 18 of the Indian Constitution. This is a part of fundamental rights. It says abolition of titles. That means in India, nobody can have a prefix in front of their name or suffix like zamindars, talukdars. India was once upon a time ruled by Maharajas, and there exists a feudal type of society where those kind of people who enjoy a special privilege from the state was relevant. They have a huge amount of land, and they give rent to the farmers, and the farmers pay them taxes, or the farmers pay them a rent. So those type of society, if we study deeply, we see an exploitation from the upper class to the lower class. So that's why in order to bring equality in the state, in order to bring equality in the society, we must throw those kind of system so that nobody feel inferior in the society, nobody feel inequality in the society. India wants to be a free country, society wants to be free. So those type of features of the society is no longer relevant in a modern world in the 21st century. That's why abolition of title, Article 18, is introduced in the fundamental rights. Next is no discrimination against any citizen on the basis of caste, creed, color, religion, sex, or place of birth. Article 15. And abolition of untouchability, Article 17. So, India, we have a caste system. So this caste system is to be eradicated long back, but unfortunately it still exists in some parts of the society of our country. So this untouchability is something, it's a very social evil. People of high caste like Brahmin or Kshatriyas, they enjoy the privileges in the society, whereas these people, the untouchables, they were thrown out from the society, or they were mistreated, exploited by this upper caste. So now today this Article 17 has been introduced, abolition of untouchability. So anyone who is found to be practicing untouchability is supposed to be facing a criminal charges by the law establishment of our country. So this means what? This means that India is believes in equality, bringing all the individuals in an equal platform, giving them equal opportunity, giving them equal status. Next is equitable distribution of wealth. So this happens to be the part of economic justice, that is guaranteed by directive principles of state policy, Article 39. Let me read you some socialistic principles of directive principles of state policy. If you see your chapter 12, you'll see this one. So but still I'll read for you. The state shall provide adequate means of livelihood to all citizens, men as well as women. Number two, to secure equitable distribution of material resources of the community with a view to ensure common good. Number three, to operate the economic system in such a way as to prevent the concentration of wealth and means of production. Number five, to provide equal pay for equal work for both men and women. Sorry, number four. So there is an economic justice set up in our country. So this is how it is made. Um, all these three, the first 3 points are uh, social justice. Number 4 points is for economic justice. Number five is participation in political process. That is political justice. Any individual in our country is free to contest election, is free to participate in election, is free to hold a public office. So these are some of the political freedom or political justice that we have in our country. Unless there is some reasonable restrictions for any individual, there should not be any problem for participating in his political career or in his political intentions, which I have already mentioned you while talking about the nature of the state. Next is liberty. So, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship. I suggest you to keep a preamble aside before you watch this video. So, you can do even now as well, there is no problem. So, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship. Number 1 point says it has become an essential attribute of a free society, helps in the fullest development of intellectual, mental, and spiritual faculties of an individual. Article 19. This Article 19 guarantees five freedom to the individual who belongs to or who is a citizen of India, of our state. Without liberty, man cannot develop himself. Intellectual development or spiritual development, man has to be free first. Otherwise, there cannot be any kind of development. Right to freedom of religion. Right to freedom of religion, it has been guaranteed by Article 25 to 28 of the Indian Constitution. You can always check fundamental rights, the chapter of fundamental rights, which is there in your syllabus. So please go through it and read those points from the fundamental rights. Next is equality of status and opportunity, and to promote among them all. Here, the fruits of liberty to not be fully realized until there is an equality of status and opportunity. If there is no equality in status and opportunity, man cannot enjoy fruits of liberty. So there has to be an equality in the society. This equality and liberty are correlated, interrelated to each other. They cannot exist, they need one another. Equality needs liberty, liberty needs equality. That's why they are closely related, interlinked towards each other. So if one is not equal, he cannot have the same opportunity as other. No man is to be left behind, or no man is to be exploited, no man is to be discriminated. So again, Article 15, 17, 18, this plays an important role here. So Article 15, it says prohibition of discrimination. Article 17, abolition of untouchability. Article 18, abolition of titles. So these articles plays an important role in maintaining equality in the society. So the next is fraternity. It says assuring the dignity of an individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. The term integrity, it has been added in 42nd Amendment 1976 along with socialist and secular. So it says assuring the dignity of an individual. value of human dignity is being understood here. So the main reason for India gaining an independence from the British is to live a life of dignity, to live a life of respect. So India, in a country, the people of India, the people were mistreated, the people were exploited, discriminated in a large scale. Humans has no value. The people of India wasn't given any value by the Britishers. So the main reason, the main purpose for securing independence is to live a dignified life, to have a self-rule, to create our own law in the society, and to be ruled by our own people. So to be ruled by our own people, that means to have a democratic setup in the country or in the state. So this is one of the most important uh, reason of why India wants independent during the rule of British era. Uh, the next is a feeling of spiritual and psychological unity. So, as an Indian, we are to maintain a feeling of oneness, unity in the society. Otherwise, we cannot improve, we cannot develop. So, India will remain as it is. There will be no progress in our country. So, we know unity brings strength. So, spiritual as well as psychological unity should be there among the Indians. You know, all Indians are brothers and sisters. So, that is what fraternity actually means. So, this fraternity cannot be achieved unless there is an equality in the society. That's why equality of status and opportunity. So, that means what? All these cardinal features, justice, liberty, equality, fraternity, these are also interrelated to each other very much closely. So we have done all the four cardinals objectives of the state, that is justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. Next is the date of adoption. So the constitution was adopted on 26 November 1949, and the adopting body or the drafting body was a constituent assembly, which was an elected representative body, though not all the full members were present on the making of the constitution of India. But still it is taken, the opinion of the country as a whole is been uh, projected in the constituent assembly. So on that basis the constitution of India was made. So 26 November 1949 was the day when the Constitution of India got the assent of the president, President of India. So it was adopted, enacted, and give to ourselves this constitution. So the people of India has given or submitted themselves to this constitution. So the other interesting fact is, 26th January, 26th Jan is celebrated as Republic Day. It was the date, 26th January 1950 was the date that this constitution came into force, though it has been adopted or it has finished writing, the Constituent Assembly has finished writing on 26th November 1949, but it came into force on 26th January 1950. That's why we celebrate Republic Day on this very day every year. So this is the final paragraph of preamble. So the reason for the constitution coming into force on 26th January 1950 was that because there was a Indian National Congress session in Lahore in 1930. It was when Purna Swaraj or self-rule was declared, and also the first tricolor was hoisted in Lahore session of Indian National Congress. So the Indian National Congress has suggested, since that is the day, so let us enforce our constitution on 26 January 1950, keeping in mind the Purna Swaraj, or the first tricolor flag was hoisted. So that is why this date is very important for all the Indians. So this is the end of the chapter of Preamble. I hope you all are doing fine and hope to see you soon in the next video. Stay well, stay safe, maintain social distancing. Thank you.